There is a new horror movie out that's been a surprise box office hit. It's called M3GAN.
WFMY News 2's Manning Franks reviewed the thriller that could make you laugh, scream, or maybe both.
January films in wide release are sometimes known to be, well, less than excellent, shall we say. Movie studios will sometimes dump these films out at the beginning of the year to get them out of the way. So naturally, in response to this, I tapered my expectations for the comedic horror film M3GAN. Yet from first scene on, this movie proudly bucks that trend, and if its quality is any indication for a film in 2023, we are off to a surprisingly good start.
M3GAN, your goal is to protect Katie from harm, both physical and emotional.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare some war. I won't let anything harm you. I love her.
M3GAN's not a person, Katie.
You don't get to say that.
Who needs family when you can have M3GAN? After the tragic death of her parents, Katie goes to live with her aunt Gemma, a brilliant roboticist for toy maker Funky. Hoping to give Katie a friend and playmate, Gemma gives her a prototype of M3GAN to help with her grief.
Crazy. It's insane, right?
What should be a technologic achievement, instead, begins to take a dark path as M3GAN begins to protect Katie by any means necessary. Announcing itself with a self-aware wink that just teeters on the edge of willingly goofy, M3GAN is a delightfully wicked riot that offers both seat-clenching thrills and gut-busting laughs. Few films I have recently seen are so confidently and unapologetically in the pursuit of fun that it's so hard to not embrace this film with open arms. What should have been a tired horror premise turns into an engaging cautionary tale that sits nicely as a modern child's play for Generation Z. Inevitable comparisons to fellow killer dolls aside, the character of M3GAN stands on her own and is undoubtedly destined to be a cultural touchstone for horror fans to come. M3GAN's presence is so strong the moment she comes into play in the film. Honestly, everything surrounding her becomes monotonous when she is physically absent from the screen. This results in the audience actively waiting for her to come back to inject some uniqueness into the movie. Now, don't mishear me, M3GAN is not God's gift to cinema that will change the course of filmmaking history forever. No, it's just a rip-roaring good time at the movies, and that in and of itself is enough for me to recommend the Smart AI Terror if you have an hour and 30 minutes to spare. M3GAN gets a titanium encased 2 approved. You can watch it only in theaters.
You're right. That's like Chucky.
That dance she
Yes.
was doing.
but for a modern retelling for this generation, you know?
It looks kind of like an American Doll.
It is in a really twisted way, but I think we were talking about it behind the scenes, is that it's goofy. Do not take this seriously, and the movie knows that. Do not, Ben, you were laughing. You know, there's a viral marketing out there. She is everywhere, M3GAN, I feel like.
That dance, I've seen it
Yes.
so many places, and I'm so glad you said this was good, because just seeing the dance alone, you're like, this is gonna be terrible.
It's terrible, but in the good way, because they know that they're silly. It knows it's goofy.
What I like about this is if you want a good jump, it looks like you'll get a good scare, but you can laugh, and it doesn't look like, you know, the Annabelles or the Chuckies of our time where you're gonna be staying up all night with the night light, like, why did I go to this movie? But this looks like a good time.
It seems more like iRobot, like the power of AI going
Yes,
wrong.
absolutely. It is, of course, we all know the trope, rogue AI, you know, of course. Guys, come on, we should know this by now. But at this point, this movie is just an absolute blast, and I would go, it's a quick hour 30, so it's nothing, just don't think it's, as I said, God's gift to cinema.
Is there, is it like a horror movie? Like, is there like murder?
Yes, it's scary, but not in a way that's like you're going to stay up late and be able to have the lights on at night.
So it's more family friendly. What is the rating?
PG-13.
It's PG-13.
PG-13.
Okay, so it's not.
But don't take your kids. Don't take your kids.
Kind of
Dolls.
Kind of more like Scream, I guess. Like where it's funny, but horror at the same time.
100%. Ben.
Cool. Got to check it out.
Do you have any questions for Manning? You should ask him on social media. He's got some good answers for some
If you
lots
ask
of
me questions, I will have answers.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Can you